Hello everyone, welcome back to those of you who joined us for the first live stream, and welcome to those of you joining us for the first time. We're so excited to be celebrating the 10th anniversary of Into the Dead, and this week is all about the present. Don't forget, we are running a limited edition anniversary t-shirt giveaway. All you have to do to be in to win is be active in the chat, and there are 10 t-shirts to give away. But I know what's important to you, the new side story, Legacy. We're so excited to finally be able to talk about it with you. For those of you who haven't seen the trailer, we're going to roll that now.
Okay, all right, baby, we gotta go now, okay? No. Shh, it's fine. Hey, Pop. We're going for a little hike now. Just the two of us, yeah? Okay, I think. There has to be someone else out here.
Beautiful voice work by the lovely Jen Van Epps as our hero Kathy there. Now that side story Legacy is available to play now, but don't run away just yet, because we have two developers from the Into the Dead 2 team to discuss Legacy and beyond.
Legacy is about a woman named Kathy. She's a park ranger, and it follows the story of her trying to survive with her infant son Toby in this post-apocalyptic world.
It's pretty intense. Let's just say that gets you in the feels. I think we have tried like pretty cool new visuals, pretty new sounds, and it is intense. Let me just bring that back. It is intense.
It gives you another side of what people have been going through in this world. The art team has done a lot of work, as well as our audio team, into really fleshing out the stages of zombification in a human and what they go through in those final few days.
Yeah. And like small sound effects here and there, like makes the character even more alive. And you will see that in Legacy as well. Like quite like amazing work done on the audio and to make Kathy and Toby feel more alive.
Building on that, the voiceover talent that we hire is absolutely incredible. They really do a lot for bringing these characters to life and like actually making you feel something for them, which is really special. Really just kind of nailing home the kind of grief and intense feelings that you would experience in this kind of world that they find themselves in. I mean, yeah, like it's the first side story that I've worked on as a designer, so that was really big for me. And I think it's turned out really awesome, so I'm really excited for players to see it.
I guess like my favorite character would be Isaac. It's because like he's on the dark side and then he goes but you can see that he has an internal struggle between what to do, what he's asked to do and what he feels like doing. And I feel like he's really relatable to me. Not saying anything here, but I like Isaac.
Yeah, my favorite would have to be Rusty. He's one of the OG characters from way back when. And he just got fleshed out a lot more in Frostbitten 2, which was one of the side stories I got to work on when I started. There's just something so endearing about Rusty, and just seeing him with like, you know, a stick of dynamite in one hand, a flask of alcohol in the other, just having a good time, hanging out with James. So yeah, peak character.
10 years?
I mean, it's pretty cool
Yeah.
celebrating years of Into the Dead. It's frankly pretty incredible to be part of a franchise that's been going that long that has stood the test of time.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
As someone who's just like jumped in exactly as 10 years, I can see there's like a lot of potential and a lot of new ways to build on this franchise. Pretty excited to work on what's coming next.
And it was cake yesterday, so that helped.
This cake. More cake.
The thing we probably really do want them to know is that we are nowhere near done with this franchise. There's still so much more planned, so much more to come. And we're really excited to get started on it and get it out there and get them to experience it.
You are not ready for it, dear player.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
To celebrate the present, we're also running another seasonal daily login challenge. Let's run that trailer now. Attention survivors, we're bringing in the holiday season with another login challenge full of rewards. The festivities begin on the 19th of December and will have you feeling jolly all the way through to the 28th. Log in on any 7 days during the challenge. And not only will you receive a special reward for each day, you'll also earn a collection bonus, the limited edition Icy Grip for the K1 Striker. Don't freeze up on us now. Make sure you log in and deck the halls with the blood of zombies this holiday season. You're going to want to get your Icy Grip on this weapon because it's pretty cool. Now let's have a deeper dive into the UI of Into the Dead 2 with our designers Dan and Larissa.
I saw the lead artist at the time was presenting a pre-production video of the game. It was to do with like the lighting and how that would change level to level. This was long before I'd actually joined the project, and they showed this video at one of the company meetings. It blew my mind because before that point, Into the Dead was like black and white almost. And in this, they were saying Into the Dead was going to be like these beautiful different colors throughout the story, stage to stage, and it kind of just really sold that idea of progression, like you're actually traveling somewhere. The world was bigger than just this black and white thing that went on forever. And then after that point, I was just like, I got to get on this project.
I wasn't there like from the very beginning, but I noticed like even working with Dan that the UI should be part of the world as well, which is what I found really interesting. When I first joined, I had this mindset of just like, oh, it's just buttons, it's just text, that sort of thing. And then Dan's like, but James is running away and this is his safe house. How could the UI like incorporate with that? So it was always like from facing to the user and helping the user, but it was also very part of the narrative world. And that's the sort of mindset we went in. Well, personally, I think we went in with making the UI.
Totally. One of the kind of core philosophies we had from quite early on in the development of the game was we wanted the UI to kind of have this idea of like fleeting safety, like you were never actually safe, you were just kind of gathering yourself before you went to the next kind of ordeal that you had to run through. Think kind of like the typewriter room from Resident Evil, kind of like that same sort of similar situation. The tone changes, but as soon as you open that door again, you're going to be in the thick of it. I think the phrase we used to throw around was safe for now. And that was kind of an idea that we kind of took through a lot of different things. The colors of the UI, I think, is probably a good example of where like everything was these kind of like contrasty kind of blues and greens with reds. And that kind of contrast was meant to kind of create a sense of tension. And then if we wanted the user to feel better and kind of safer, we'd kind of hit them with more oranges and yellows, that kind of thing.
My favorite side story of Into the Dead 2 is actually Reckoning. I'm gonna be biased and say because that's the first one I worked on. So I like Mason, I like the red hat.
It's a good hat. For me, my favorite side story, the one that I like the most, is Night of the Living Dead. It was actually the first side story where I got to do something besides making UI. I got to make a dumpster, I got to make a park bench, and I got to make the town hall. So that was a big moment for me.
This is controversial, but my favorite character is Barton. Because he's chaotic. He's like this, he's something I would be in a zombie apocalypse, you know? Like just giving up, get a cult.
If it was a zombie apocalypse, and if I had to share that same similar situation, I think I would probably draw a lot of parallels with Maggie. She was terrified. I'd be terrified. Let's not pretend that. Hey, I mean, I'd need someone to look after me. I think, at least from the stuff I've seen from our player base, there's been some really creative stuff in there. Like there was a guy that made like a full big journal about like all the zombies and stuff like that. I think that was amazing. Like just the time it would take people to do that is kind of amazing in itself, and it just shows a lot of kind of investment and kind of devotion to the game.
You know, like Into the Dead is what got me researching TikTok. It was very chaotic, but it was also like, oh, I'm a fan, so I know what the fans want. I felt like a double agent almost. I'm like, hee, I can try implement stuff if he said yes into the game. So it was very surreal. It still is very surreal that, you know, here we are in the 10-year anniversary and I'm actually part of that, so yeah.
That's all for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us in celebrating the present of the franchise. Don't forget to keep an eye on our Facebook page for more updates, including a special Into the Dead 2 comic from our art team. Make sure you join us next week as we celebrate the future. What could that be? Exciting stuff. Anyway, Brogan and Jason, sing us home.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. Die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. Zum, 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 zum. The rise is spun around his neck, connectors cracked his dome. Suspension lines with tighter knots around his skinny bones. Canopy became his shroud, he hurtled to the ground, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Zum, 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 zum. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more. And laughed, it running through his mind. He thought about the girl back home, the one he left behind. He thought about the Midi-Core and wondered what they'd find. He ain't gonna jump